Hey everybody, it's Jack and Dan, and we finally got around to doing the Infinity tank.
Yeah, we're making an infinity breeding tank up here so we can use it to make some babies and stuff more, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at this. All right, guys, so just to bring everybody up to date, we got a lot of fish tanks, right, Jack?
Yeah.
Jack's doing some filming. I'm going to kind of bring everybody up to date about what we've done so far on this project. There's been stages and steps, and some of it I've kind of done on lunch breaks and that. But we're going to kind of finish it up this weekend and put the rest of it together. So we got a lot of fish that are breeding, right?
Yeah.
Blue avatar angels, blue, what are the guys in your room?
Blue
Polar.
polars, yeah. Blue
You
polars.
tell it's like late on a Thursday night. We're done for the week. Blue polars. Anyway, all these guys are having babies and stuff, and we want to start being able to trade them in and make more money on them. We've got galaxy plecos that have had babies, other plecos that have had babies, and so we want to start making some nursery tanks. And in this area in the front of the house, the guy that used to have this house, this was like his office, but we use it as a workroom. And so we kind of work on tanks up here. We decided to put some nursery tanks up here because he had this desk thing set up. And this is a 40-gallon or a 50-gallon critter cage. But we used it as a turtle tank temporarily when we were building our pond for the turtles, and then we acquired more because some needed rehomed and stuff like that. Anyway, you're not supposed to fill them with water, but you can fill them about halfway or two-thirds of the way, and they'll be fine. I've used them over the years. Basically, what we did is we cleaned this guy up. It was sitting in our tank storage area for, I don't know, a year and a half or something, right?
Yeah, about.
And we're like, you know what? It's a nice clean tank and everything. First thing we did is we just took some black paint and an old brush, and we just kind of stomped the sides and back. And it kind of gave it that starry look. We like to do that, right? Look close up here so they can see. You can see like the holes through that. And the reason we like to do that kind of thing, if I put this light back here, you can see how some of the light will like shine through, right? And we can do starry night effects and things like that. So it blocks the cords. You can't see behind the tank. You can't see the stuff going on behind the tank, but you can see lights and effects. And so we also wanted to cover the sides because we're going to use it for breeding. We want to give them some privacy. But one of the cool things is we decided to finally make this an infinity tank. We figured since we're doing this and these guys are all doing this, we're going to make an infinity tank. What that means is if you've never seen these, you've probably seen like coffee tables. Isn't that the biggest thing they do, like coffee tables?
Yeah, yeah.
They make infinity coffee tables where they basically take something like a mirror like this. And what we did with this is we got a mirror at Big Lots on a clearance rack for like $3, right?
Yeah.
And it had a frame, and we just took it out of its frame, and it's a little mirror. And it's about 24 inches by 14 inches or something like that. And we took it out of its frame, and that's going to be underneath this tank, okay? And then we have some mirrored film that we got. It's like two-way mirrored film. It's like $7 on Amazon. And you can put it on your windows to like reflect light and make your windows look like mirrors, right?
Yeah.
But you can see out, but people can't see in. Well, that's going to go underneath the tank facing, so these two mirrors are facing each other, but they're only going to be a centimeter away from each other. So it's going to look like an infinite row of lights going down in a tunnel in a pit of nothingness, right?
Yeah.
So it's super cheap to do. Honestly, they sell these tables, some of them for $1,000. They're fancy, they're glass, they're metal. People show how to make them on YouTube and stuff, and we watch some of these videos like this is easy to do. So what we did to make our bracket for this is we took an old Rubbermaid container and we took a Dremel and we basically buzzed the bottom off, and then we took about a centimeter from that bottom, and that is going to go on top of this mirror. This guy is going to stick because it comes with double sticky, tape. It's going to stick around this, so it looks like a big rectangle, okay? The light and the bracket and the mirror is going to go underneath this tank. We're going to cut another piece of this off with the Dremel and put it on top. And the cool part about using this is as it bevels up, as you go up, you get a little bit larger, right?
Yeah.
So the top, even though it's only a centimeter above this one, is going to be a little larger. So you're going to see the light, but then it's going to give you a little more room. It's kind of hard to explain before you see it. But anyway, so mirror, light, and then we're going to put the mirrored double sticky thing on the bottom. And then the other bracket's going to go on the top. The one on the top is going to be similar to this, but it's going to be taller. We haven't cut that yet. And what that we're going to do is we're going to push that over here to the side, and then the gravel will go around it. Their little area to live and stuff will go here on this side. This will be like the Blue Lagoon, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So the cool part about, again, you can get these to put behind your TV and stuff like that. These are strip lights. You can get millions of feet, or you can get like 4 feet. I think the one we got is like 6 feet or 8 feet or something. And it changes colors. It has a remote. It was like $7.99 on Amazon. I mean, these things are so cheap. And it comes with, you know, a thing, and it comes with a remote or a switch, and you can change colors. You can make it change like it is now, whatever you want to do. So that light will come out. We put a little niche. We also took the thing, just to show you up here, we took the Dremel and made a little niche in the bottom frame. So that light will come out the bottom, out the back. Whatever's left will probably just point on the back like this somewhat, and then that'll just kind of light the back up. We might just put it in one area. We might put it down at the bottom, whatever. And that'll just give like a moonlight effect or something like that. Just because it's extra. We have nothing else to do with it. So anyway, that's the theory, guys. We're going to see how this whole thing works. We want to do this for a long time. We had the tank, we had the silicone, we had all this other stuff. So it's really just like the Rubbermaid container was like $4 at Mark's. The mirror was like $4 at Big Lots. The light was like, I think it was $6 or $7 on Amazon. And the double mirrored stuff we actually got from Amazon isn't here yet. It's supposed to be here tonight. And that was, I think, $8. And you get like 60 feet of it or something crazy.
Yeah.
Or you get like, it's so wide, but you get a roll of it. Maybe we'll use it on something else. Maybe we'll put it on our patio door or something if we got extra. Or another tank. You could also face it like the other way and have it be mirrored or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so total investment was like, $4? $4, that's 8. The mirror thing was 8, that's 16. This thing was like, so $22 or so to do this effect. I think that's kind of, don't you think that's a good deal?
Yeah.
I mean, to do something we've never really done before. So anyway, we measured all this stuff out. It seems like it would all fit together. We're going to kind of put more of this together. When we cut this, we're going to get this all under here. When we cut this other piece off, it's going to be a little taller to keep the gravel out of the pit or the lagoon. And that we'll probably just silicone, put a little silicone around the outside so it stays put, right?
Yeah.
And then that'll need a couple days to dry. So when we kind of get all that stuff done, we'll come back, we'll show you what it looks like, we'll see if it's a cool effect, and then we'll probably, you know, in another video show you like full of water, top light, all that kind of stuff. We'll see how far we get here. We'll be back in a second though, guys. All right, so we just wanted to show you how far we got. Came out pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
So the double-sided mirror thing didn't come yet. We'll probably have to finish that part tomorrow, but let me turn off the light here in this room just so you kind of see. I mean, even looking through the front, look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's neat.
So you can see us in there. Look. Hey, what's up? So the mirror's in the bottom. We got it centered where we want it. We got the tank position where we want it. We taped everything down. Again, you're not going to see any of this because there's going to be another rim that I'm actually going to cut tomorrow around the outside. And then the gravel is going to fill everything in. So all you're going to see is this pit. Now, there's different kind of lights. You could get a light that's just a stream light. We wanted kind of like the individual ones because we wanted it to look like rows or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to look pretty neat. Oh, you're changing the colors now? Yeah, go through the colors.
Go.
Isn't that cool? So there's a lot of reflection. We have other lights on in the room and stuff like that.
Well,
But
it looks
basically,
pretty cool.
this will all be blacked out, and then the other mirror will make this continue supposedly like forever because it's a double-sided mirror. So
I think red.
it's pretty neat.
They all look cool.
Red's like the bottomless pit to hell.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, even when I come way back here, I mean, that's going down pretty far, even without that
I
other
think
mirror.
white looks the best.
Just the reflection from the bottom of the tank. I can't wait to get the mirror on there. So the mirror basically just sticks like, you know, you just wet it and you stick it to the bottom and you push it, the bubbles out and cut it. I don't think it's going to be very hard to do. Should be pretty cool. That's amazing looking, dude. So tomorrow on a lunch break, I'm going to cut another row out of here. I'm going to make it a little thicker because it's going to hold the gravel out of the way. That's going to go on top of here, and that's going to get siliconed. But we wanted to do the other side of the mirror first because this has to dry. I don't know, whichever way it works, but we're going to finish those two things, and then we'll come back, and then we'll probably like put the gravel in and that. But Amazon's running a little behind for the mirror stuff. So looks pretty neat though, huh?
Blue looks the coolest.
It looks cool, man. I think the fish will dig it.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, woo. And then all right, we'll be back, and we'll finish more on it and see what it looks like. All right, we're back, right, man?
Yeah.
So last night this did get delivered, but it got delivered pretty late. We were getting ready to go to bed, right?
Yeah.
So what I did is during my lunch break today, since Jack was at school, I decided to put on, again, fairly inexpensive. You get a huge roll, it's like 17 and a half inches, and you get a huge roll. I think it's 6 feet long or something, the way they sell it. It's only like $7. Here's the problem. When you put it on a window, I'm going to get a smaller piece to show you guys. And it does come with instructions and everything and how to do it. It's kind of like, tinting stuff. The problem is when you put it on your window, you're putting the shiny side out to deflect the sun. So when you take this layer off, that's where like the staticky stuff is, and it creates like a static electricity, and then it like sticks to the window, see? Mm-hmm. You hardly even have to do anything. But you're supposed to mist it with water, and then you take a thing like this. This is like a little Pampered Chef thing, or you could use a caulk thing. They're the same thing. And you press it, and then, and then you kind of take this off as you press it. And then so we can see through it, but from the other side, it looks like a mirror. However, the way we're using it, we're doing something different. We have to put it on the bottom of the tank like that, which is not the sticky side, and then pull the film off. So let me show you what we did here, guys. It went on like that. So you can see that I cut a piece out, and I put it face down, and I took the film off. This is the film that was on there, okay? And you can see it kind of sticky. So I took that film off because it was a little more rigid. And then I put it down. Now, the other thing that's bad about this is they roll this so that it's rolled inward. So if you put this on a window, it's pressing against the window in the direction of the roll. Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of.
But when you put it like this, it's trying to uncurl from the window. So that does make it a little more sticky. Sticky situation, not sticky to the window. So here's what I did. I took the film off. I got it on here. I wet it, just like they say to do. And I pushed all the bubbles out. And then, dried with a towel so it was all shiny and stuff. And then I did that on my lunch break at like 11:30. By the time me and Jack got home from school and everything, it's like 4:30. It was all dry and everything, but the edges were starting to lift up a little bit. So, and I did it right and all that kind of stuff. It's just, again, you're working against the roll and you're using the wrong side. Because we want this mirror to face down toward the other mirror. We can't put it inside the tank because that's where the water is, right?
Yeah.
So we took some Scotch tape and we run around the edges. We pushed everything out the best we can. And we put some Scotch tape around the edges just to make sure it stayed put. So that's what we got. Okay? But just so you know, it's really made to go the other way. So if you do this, it's a little bit of a... It's not really using it the way you can, but you can still do it. You probably could have heated it or laid it out in the sun. Maybe it would have relaxed. I don't really know. But I just taped it. I don't have that kind of patience, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to do this.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to flip this back over where it is, turn all the lights out, check it out. And then the other thing I did right behind Jack here is, let me just kind of show this, is I cut another layer off of this. But I want to wait to do this until after we get this back down there. This is going to be the part that goes inside like that and holds the gravel away. All right, so let's flip this over. We'll set it inside. What we're going to do is put some silicone around it, and then ultimately we'll kind of show you what it's like there. But first we'll flip it over, see how the whole mirror thing looks, and then we'll do this afterward.
Wow, man, that does look pretty neat.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we got the tank over there. We got it positioned. We got the one coming out the back. And it definitely goes further. It doesn't seem like it goes forever, but certain colors go more than others, that's for sure.
It kind of looks like it's in water because, you know, like when you go in a pool and they have like those lights on the sides.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that.
It is a little foggy because this is a tint, but the other thing is I think when there's water in here, it might look different. It might like magnify it more because the water will be against this, but I do think I got all the bubbles and stuff out. I don't see like bubbles in there. So so put that in. Let's see how that's going to line up. We're doing this with the lights off just so you can see the effect. So that's going to go here, right on top of where that's going to go. Where that is. You see how that lines up perfectly. Look at how you did that, man. So that's super cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some silicone around the outside so you don't really see it. You're going to put some silicone on the outside, and then we got black gravel. And then all this will be filled with black gravel. And this will be like a big bottomless lagoon kind of thing. And then over here is going to be their living quarters. And again, you can see the reflection. Well, plus it reflects against the back, which is kind of neat because it looks like that goes forever too, doesn't it? Yeah, against the sides too. Oh man, it's like right against the sides too. I didn't think about that because we made them black.
Yeah.
It's just like bottomless pits everywhere.
Yeah, see, you can see the, it looks like something like from a Star Wars ship because, like, they'll see, like, the...
Every scene in Star Wars where people fall to their doom.
Are, like, kind of going down.
There's always something on a ship that falls forever, right?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when Darth Maul falls.
Yeah. It's neat, though, because it's an optical illusion because you look under the desk and it's like, wait, what? There's nothing there. And then... It would be kind of cool to put a black rectangle under there so it looks like it's actually going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's cool, dude. I like it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to silicone this guy up and put the gravel in at least. And we'll kind of see how much further we take this video. The other thing when we get the water in is there's some watermarks in here. We're going to take some steel wool when we get the water in here. You get a filter going, kind of scrub all those just so it's more clear and everything. But this really came out neat, man. We have it on color changing now, but I'd probably just leave it on blue or something, huh?
Yeah.
It definitely meshes better, and it looks more natural, and it goes further than without the mirror. So I think it was worth the $7 to experiment with it. I mean, unfortunately, you can't really get a smaller piece because that's just how they come.
Yeah.
And then we got this crazy thing here too, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
This thing deserves a video on its own.
That's a whole nother explanation.
Yeah, that's from the 90s. That's a 3D, one of those things that you would look at, and we thought about, had it in a dad's closet. You know, I had a lot of my certifications and stuff, actually, a long time ago, put them in here as a big frame, and then I got more of them, and then I needed to, they put their own frames, and then I just forgot that it was a 3D thing, and you were asking me, you're like, what is that? And then
that was a long time ago. I used to have it in my room. It's
yeah,
really cool.
After
I wish
those,
they made more of them, but I don't know if they'll be able to see it through the camera. They probably should.
They don't really make them anymore. It's totally neat. We're gonna maybe put it as a background. I think we're just gonna hang it over a tank, but we got to do a video on it because it's totally awesome. Anybody who's from 80s, 90s is gonna remember that, and that's such a cool thing that you just don't see anymore. But anyway, all right, there you go, guys. We'll be back in a minute. And, well, a minute for you guys, probably be a day or so. We're going to put the silicone, let it dry, put the gravel in, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, it's been about a good 24 hours here. We hooked up a little fan here, right?
Yeah.
And the silicone dried here. We got this little thing. Let's flip it around, see what it looks like, put the gravel in, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's what it looks like with the gravel in it, guys. Kind of blacks everything out here. Just want to show you with the lights off first. Really kind of a neat effect when you look. I'm really excited to see what it looks like with water in it. I think it's going to be... obviously a little different than that. The background just kind of made a little mountain thing there just because we had the extra lights. The sculptures will be in there. Let's turn the light on here. Let's just kind of see. So this is all stuff that Jack kind of picked out, right?
Yeah, so some scaping things. We have these two little plants here to put along the side, and these other ones kind of for privacy, some breeding tank, and then we had this so that they can have a place to hide and put their eggs in.
Just stuff we had around here.
Yeah, just stuff that I think would fit good and look cool.
So that's going to kind of go over here.
Put the black gravel in and smooth it out here. That's kind of smooth it out, and we're going to put some plants here, and then a thing here. And then
we got a heater. We got a sponge filter. Stuff that we've just had around here. We're going to swap
Nothing
out.
Too crazy.
Yeah, we're not doing anything crazy. This is breeding tank stuff that we had already existing. we're going to swap out a sponge in the Green Lantern tank because we have sponge filters in there so that we already have the culture starting. So that one will go in here. This one will go in there since that one has 2.
Or like the media, is what they call it, right?
Yeah, that way it kind of has a head start in like getting ready.
So, sorry, I was just gonna say. So for the lagoon here, we're just gonna wait for it to dry a little longer because it's not like water ready yet. And then we got this kind of cool boat. It's kind of like yay high.
Oh, the boat. Yeah, I forgot about the boat.
This long boat. And we're gonna.
Where did we find that, on Chewy or something, or Amazon or something?
I think so. And it's pretty cool.
Like a shipwreck.
Really find any stores that looked really nice. So I thought go online. It's gonna go like right here, and it's gonna kind of look like it's part of the little pool here. And
Jack thought a shipwreck would look cool, so we're gonna do a shipwreck. We'll put all that stuff over here. This is a whole bunch of old pumps. This is why we keep all our old pumps, right?
Yeah.
This is a bunch of old pumps because we're really only gonna go. I mean, we got like a foot up and a foot down. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't need to be powerful for a sponge filter. Sponge filter to be in the corner. So we'll go through those, pick one that's semi-quiet and decent, and then that's going to go here. And so anyway, that'll be the next video where we kind of scape this and fill it up with water and clean the glass and all that kind of stuff. And then the third video we'll probably do Higer sending us a light, right?
Yeah, a light. Yeah.
So we'll do an unboxing and put the light up there just because obviously you want an overhead light too. And then we'll do kind of like probably a fourth video where we actually put the guys in here.
Yeah.
So probably going to be the blue polars in this one.
We're not really going to put any plecos in here. We had this conversation earlier, but we're not going to put any plecos in here because, we don't want anything to disrupt the process. We're just going to put some snails in here to keep it kind of clean stuff. And then we're maybe going to have two polar pairs, take them out, 2 angel pairs, and see what
we might just do this as a polar tank and then this as a angel tank. We might put another tank here to breed angels. And then, we'll see. Whatever. But we have the room up here. Might as well use it, right?
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, it is. This is a neat idea. It's something we've been wanting to do for a long time, and I think when it gets all done. So anyway, subscribe and all that so you see those videos and you see the scaping video and the Higer unboxing video and then hopefully some breeding video. They already started breeding in their tank, but, it'd be nice to be in their own tank doing it and stuff.
We might keep one, I'll keep some and sell some.
Yeah.
Because they're usually make a lot, hopefully.
Yeah.
And,
they're good for trading because then we can get other stuff or money.
Other fish. Or more or money,
Yeah, which is cool. All right, guys, so make sure to, click all that stuff so you can see those upcoming videos and stay tuned. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.